goes on. This is a test stream. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. So I am learning Vim when I'm using the Neo Vim version. I will be streaming soon in the future, but I may not be streaming on this channel. I may be streaming on a different channel. So I am trying to be serious about learning Vim. My name is Alec Grandison, and I start a business called Algodal. Well, a business ambition, I should call it, because I'm not making any money, called Algodal. My website is down right now, but I'm someone who has a dream of making video games, and on my journey to making video games, I'm also trying to innovate and create things. And one of the things that I'm trying to create is a parser generator. I already created one, but I'm going to redesign it, rebuild it from scratch. I'm going to rebuild it from scratch. The other thing that I plan to do is I plan to create my own programming language. So it will be an alternative to the C programming language. Hope I didn't reveal any secret information here. Okay, no I did not. This is for my website. Okay. So I have this repo is public. This gist, it's public. And this was a rough work to me designing my programming language. And the current version that I have still include a lot of these things here, but a lot has been changed. There's a lot of changes, but I'm not ready to release that yet. And I will be vlogging my process of building my parser generator, building my programming language. And the name of the language is going to change. It's not going to be called Azane anymore. It's a new name. I won't reveal it yet, because the last thing I want is for someone to take my name. Yeah. But even the old version, the syntax is gorgeous. Look at this. Import standard IO, export main procedure, print hello world. Beautiful syntax. Anyways, so in this test stream, I'm going to be practicing Vim like it was really hard to learn, but I believe that Vim or NeoVim, I mean NeoVim, is really good for streaming. It's like when I try to stream using um, VS Code, it just a lot of clutter. I just like where there is hardly any clutter. Alright, so I am on this repo Learn Vim by Iggredible. Um, Chapter 0. Why this guide was written. There are many places to learn Vim. The Vim tutor, which I've tried but I didn't like it, is a great place to start, and the help manual has all references you will ever need. However, the average user needs something more than Vim tutor. The average user needs something more than Vim tutor. Um, I'm so picky. Okay. And less than the help manual. This guide attempts to bridge that gap by highlighting only the key features to learn the most useful parts of Vim in the least amount of time possible. Chances are you won't need all of Vim features. You'll probably only need to know about 20% of them to become a powerful Vimmer. This guide will show you which Vim features you'll find most useful. This is an opinionated guide. It covers techniques that I often use when using Vim. The chapters are sequence based on which Vim topics I think I would make the most logical sense for a beginner to learn. This guide is example heavy. When learning new concepts, examples are indispensable, and having numerous examples will solidify these concepts more effectively. Some of you may be wondering why I need to learn VimScript. Well, I have no interest in learning VimScript. I think I'll just use Lua. And there are cases when you need to use VimScript because I was testing out my programming language and creating a syntax highlighting for it in Vim, and apparently you have to use VimScript for that. And what I did, I just let AI generate that for me because I really didn't have any interest in learning that and writing that manually by myself. In my first year of using Vim, I was content with just knowing how to use Vim. Time passed and I started needing VimScript more and more to write custom commands for my specific editing needs. As you're mastering Vim, you'll find that sooner or later you'll need to learn VimScript, so why not sooner? VimScript is a small language. You can learn its basics in just 4 chapters of this guide. You can go far using Vim without knowing any VimScript, but knowing it will help you excel even further. I guess I'll just learn a few then. Okay. This guide is written for both beginner and advanced Vimmers. It starts out with broad and simple concepts and ends with specific and advanced concepts. If you're an advanced user already, I encourage you to read this guide from start to finish anyway because you will learn something new. How to transition to Vim from using a different text editor. Learning Vim is a satisfying experience, albeit hard. There are 2 main approaches to learn Vim: cold turkey, gradual. Going cold turkey means stop using whatever editor IDE you are using and to use Vim exclusively starting now. The downside is that you will have serious productivity loss during the first week or 2. If you're a full-time programmer, this method may not be feasible. That's why most people, I believe the best way to transition Vim is gradually. Gradually is Vim. During the first week, spend an hour a day using Vim as your editor. while the rest of the time you can use other editors. Many modern editors come with Vim plugins. When I first started, I used VS Code popular Vim plugin for an hour per day. I gradually increased the time with Vim plugin until I finally use it all day. Keep in mind that these plugins can only emulate a fraction of the Vim features. To experience the full power of Vim, like VimScript, command line commands, and external commands integration, you will need to use Vim itself. There are two pivotal moments that made me start using Vim 100%. When I grasped that Vim has a grammar-like structure, see chapter 4, and the VZF Vim plugin. When I realized Vim's grammar-like structure was the defining moment that I finally understood what these Vim users were talking about. I didn't need to learn hundreds of unique commands. I only need to learn a small handful of commands, and I could chain in a very intuitive way to do many things. The second, the ability to quickly run a fuzzy-like search was the IDE feature that I used most. When I learned how to do that in Vim, I gained a major speed boost and never looked back ever since. Everyone programs differently. Upon introspection, you'll find that there are one or two features from your favorite editor IDE that you use all the time. Maybe it was fuzzy search, jump to definition, or quick compilation. Whatever they may be, identify them quickly and learn to implement those in Vim. Chances are Vim can probably do them too. Your editing speed will receive a huge boost. Once you can edit at 50% of your original speed, it's time to go Vim full time. How to read this guide. This is a practical guide to become good in Vim, and you need to develop your muscle memory, not head knowledge. You don't learn how to ride a bike by reading a guide about how to ride a bike. You need to actually ride a bike. You need to type every command referred in this guide. Not only that, you need to repeat them several times and try different combinations. Look up what other features the command you just learned has. The help command, search engines are your best friends. Your goal is not to know everything about a command, but to be able to execute the command naturally and instinctively. Hey guys, I just have an idea. Why not vlog myself learning Vim? I think that's a good idea. I could start a series, but I'm not gonna do it on this channel. I think I'm gonna do it on a different channel. And maybe I should do it on this channel. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it on this channel. I'm gonna do it on a different channel. So, yeah. My channel is going to be called Revenant Rico. This is my channel, Revenant Rico. I think it's Shift M. No, I don't remember how to do this. I think it's Control E. Yeah, Control E. I remember something. Revenant Rico, that's the name of my channel. I think this can be command N, Remnant Rico. Remnant Rico. That's gonna be new on my channel. So I just got an idea. Why not vlog myself learning Vim? Alright, let's continue. Um, Look up what other features the command you just learned has. The help command and search engines are your best friends. Your goal is not to know everything about a command, but to be able to execute that command naturally and instinctively. As much as I try to fashion this guide to be linear, some concepts in this guide have to be presented out of order. For example, in chapter 1, I mentioned the substitute command :s, even though it won't be covered until chapter 12. To remedy this, whenever a new concept that has not been covered yet is mentioned, I will provide a quick to how guide without a detailed explanation. Please bear with me. More help. Here is one exercise to use the help manual. Suppose you want to learn more about what Control P does in insert mode. If you merely search .h Control P, you will be directed to the normal mode's Control P. This is not the Control P help that you're looking for. In that case, search instead for :h I underscore Control P. The appended I represent insert mode. Pay attention to which mode it belongs to. Syntax. Most of the command or code related phrases are in code case like this. Strings are surrounded by a pair of double quotes. Vim commands can be abbreviated. For example, join can be abbreviated as :J. Throughout the guide, I'll be mixing shorthand and longhand descriptions. For commands that are not frequently used in this guide, I will use the longhand version. For commands that are frequently used, I will use the shorthand version. I apologize for the inconsistencies. In general, wherever you spot and whenever you spot a new command, always check it on help to see its abbreviations. vimrc. At various points in the guide, I will refer to vimrc options. If you're new to Vim, vimrc is like a config file. vimrc won't be covered until chapter 22. For the sake of clarity, I will show briefly here how to set it up. Suppose you need to set up a number of options. Set the number options. If you don't have a vimrc already, create one. It is usually placed on your home directory named vimrc. Depending on your OS, the location may differ. In macOS, to see where you put yours, check out .h vimrc. Inside it, add set number, save it, and then source it. Source. You should now see line numbers displaying on the left side. Alternatively, if you don't want to make a permanent setting change, you can always run the set command inline by running the set number. The downside of this approach is that setting it is temporary. When you close Vim, the option disappears. Since we are learning about Vim and not VI, a setting that you must have is the no compatible option. Set no compatible in your VimRC. Many Vim specific features are disabled when it is running on compatible option. In general, whenever a passage mentions a VimRC option, just add that option into VimRC, save it, and source it. Future errors questions. Expect more updates in the future. If you find any errors or having questions, please feel free to reach out. I also have planned a few more upcoming chapters, so stay tuned. I want more Vim tricks. To learn more about Vim, please follow Learn Vim. Thank yous. This guide wouldn't be possible without Bram Molinar for creating Vim, my wife who has been very patient and supportive through the journey, all contributors of the Learn Vim project, the Vim community, and many, many others that were mentioned. Thank you. You all help make text editing fun. And we reach chapter 1. Okay. So I'm gonna basically vlog about this on my next channel. Nice. Let's do a quick. Yeah, so I've been practicing myself. So GG to the top of the screen, and I think I don't remember what jumps down by a page. And here we go up. So we can do F, colon. I can do delete in bracket. Oh, nice. Anyway, undo that. Yeah, so I've been practicing. Thank you for watching. This is just a test stream. Have a great day. Bye now.